Welcome back to Living Local. Extracurricular activities in school, like playing in the band, can serve as a creative outlet for students. The Davenport West High School band is currently raising funds for a very prestigious performance to share their gifts beyond the Quad Cities. Here to talk about this today is Courtney Long, the assistant band director over at Davenport West High School. Thanks for coming in studio.
Absolutely, I'm excited to be here.
Yes, we're so happy to have you. So tell us about this opportunity that the band was nominated for. I understand this is not something that happens very often.
Oh, definitely not. Yeah. So we came to know about this opportunity through a letter in the mail to our principal, Corey Williams, about a month ago. And we have been invited to represent the state of Iowa at the 100th anniversary of the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. for next April.
That is incredible. What does that feel like, knowing that you all have been recognized?
It feels amazing. From what we understand, the way that we were nominated for this opportunity was through other music educators across the state, across the country who've heard about our band. The event coordinators, from what we understand, follow certain bands and, research them to make sure that they are legit. And so it means a lot to have been recognized for this event.
Yeah, well, congratulations. That is absolutely amazing. And why is it important to your students to be able to be recognized in this way?
Oh my goodness, after the year that we've all had, it has been just a breath of fresh air. And so within our band program, our boosters offer a trip to Florida every other year. Now this type of trip is one that's not required. Students will pay for this out of their own pockets. They'll fundraise, but most of them have to pay out of their pockets for that sort of trip. But my colleague and I, Maggie Oates, decided that this has such historical importance that we wanted to try and raise as much money as we could so that every student in our band could go at no cost to them. So while that is a big undertaking, we feel it is so important that our students are able to share their talents outside of our area. So it has been a huge honor, and our students couldn't be more excited.
Yes, that's just such an incredible opportunity for them, and what a great way to not let a cost be a barrier for the students.
Absolutely. We're trying to make it as equitable as possible because some of these students have never left the state of Iowa. And to be able to leave the state and go see what's out there, especially in a place like Washington, D.C., is huge.
Yeah, it is absolutely huge.
Yeah.
And so how does music education really enhance the lives of the teens that you work with and really just students in general?
Yeah, there's many things that I can think of. The first thing is that, studies have shown that students who are involved in the fine arts tend to score higher on standardized tests and have higher GPAs and all of that. But even more importantly, we incorporate a lot of cross-curricular applications as well. So, in band class on the daily, we are talking about history through talking about the backgrounds of our pieces. We're incorporating math when we talk about figuring out rhythms, and then we're also throwing in a bit of science when we talk about the importance of elongating our horns and shortening them up to get them to where they play in tune, and that has to kind of tie into science as well in physics. The last reason why it's so important is more on a deeper level. Being a band student myself, throughout my past, adolescence can be a very turbulent time. And so for many students, the band room is their safe place.
Yes.
And so building that community for students that maybe don't fit in other places is super important. And so one of the best sayings that I've ever heard is, music speaks when words cannot.
Yes.
And
I love that
for
quote.
many of us, it's a place for us to, control our emotions and get some of that built up, emotional feelings that we're all going through without having to even speak.
Yeah,
so that's why it's important.
Such a beautiful way to put that too. And so before we go, I want to make sure that you can share your fundraising efforts currently. I know there's going to be a big event, but there are other ways that people can give too. So tell us about the event and the other ways as well.
Absolutely. So right now our big push is our booster committee is going to be reaching out to local businesses for sponsorships. There are different levels of sponsorships that we have posted on our website. We're also doing a number of other fundraisers which are also there, but our big one coming up is August 21st, 7 p.m. at the Bluegrass Community Club. We're hosting a concert for Identity Crisis. We'll have drinks, food, 50-50 raffle, as well as some silent auction items as well.
Okay, fantastic. Well, folks, I know that's a little while away, but be sure to mark your calendars for that so you can support this wonderful cause. Thanks so much for coming in, Courtney.
Absolutely, thank you.
And best of luck
Thank
on
you.
this journey. It'll
Thanks
be
so much.
incredible. So again, that fundraiser for Davenport West Band is on August 21st at the Bluegrass Community Club. And if you would like to donate to help fund their trip to Washington, D.C., you can go to tiny.cc/westband. And we'll also have those details posted over on our website at ourquadcities.com.